This is the question which is foremost in the minds of all parents, whatever the age of the child, especially when the children are young. And that is when it matters the most. In the first 6 years of the child's life, the brain is developing like nobody's business. It reaches almost 80% of the adult brain size by the time the child is 6 years old, and then further continues to grow until around 20 to 21 and almost till 24 years of age, when the adult brain function and parts and various areas of the brain have developed. So we have the first 20-24 years when the child's or the person's brain is developing, and they are gathering all the skills and abilities that would help them later in life. So intelligence is one major issue over here, and commonly we have the misconception that being good at maths or science or maybe languages and debating is intelligence, and anything else like music, dance, art, interior decoration, all these things are talents. But scientists have established very clearly that all of these are intelligences, because you really can't do any of these like sing to the tune or dance or draw without having some intelligence. So intelligences have been classified into 9 different types, beginning with linguistic, where it's very easy to understand different languages. A person can speak very good with words, uses difficult words in their sentences, and these can lead to several professions. Then there is the math logic. Math logic, as it sounds, is all about logic and science and mathematics, and there are clear professional avenues open through this intelligence. The third intelligence is bodily kinesthetic, ability to control and perform complex movements, as you can see jugglers or gymnasts or even players, dancers. This also leads to various professions, including something like piloting a plane. It's not an easy job. There are so many coordinations required in that. So bodily kinesthetic is another intelligence. Then there is spatial intelligence. How will something look in a 3D way? So interior decorators, architects, people who solve that Rubik's cube in a fraction of a few minutes, and I've actually seen children do that. For one 5th standard student was fiddling with something in his desk, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he brought out that Rubik's cube. I said, and it was properly formed, all 6 sides solved. I said, "You did it?" "Yeah, I can do it." And cut, he went and he just did it. So he had the spatial intelligence that leads to, again, clear cut professions through that. Then there is the musical intelligence, and often we take it as just plain music, but musical intelligence is an interest and an ability to be in rhythm, and it is not only rhythm of sound and music, but your daily rhythm, your rhythm of life, rhythm of various seasons, circadian rhythm, daily rhythms. So that is one, and there also you see professional musicians, those who write scripts, and various avenues open up through this intelligence. And then comes the interpersonal intelligence. How good am I in talking with people? Do I make friends easily? Am I very empathetic and I can respond appropriately to people? This is required heavily by certain professions, and to a large degree in any other profession as well, because we never live alone, we never work alone. There is always another person, maybe a security guard manning that building. So this interpersonal intelligence is heavily required for people like doctors, counselors, any nursing and caring profession, and as well as politicians. Then we have intrapersonal intelligence, where the person is more introspective and is at calm and peace with oneself, and also knows what makes me happy and how I can fulfill myself. This, of course, is required by everybody. Some of us are very gifted in this also, and we would come up with philosophies and write books about self-awareness and things of that nature. So this also leads to various kinds of professions. And then the eighth one is naturalistic intelligence, where you are very good with plants and animals, and the professions that open up over there are being a naturalist, being a forest officer, being an environmentalist, and of that in that vein. And the last one is the spiritual intelligence, and this is very different from religion or following rituals and doing things just because a certain book is telling you to do it or a certain person is telling you to do it. It is more a belief in universal power, in consciousness, and goodness, and a more spiritual thought, basically. And this also leads to professions where you can help others look beyond just themselves or their bodies and consider the higher values and meaning of life. So all these intelligences are not something that the child develops later in their life. The seed is already there.